What up, everybody? It's John Escudero. I'm here with the gang for the
Yes,
Smackdown post-show rewind. Introduce yourself, fellas.
I'm Danny, the fat one.
CJ Carter here whenever I feel like it.
Yo, my name Malik, man. I'm just here to try to keep Danny from going out of pocket. It's literally all the reason.
So we're going off the rails today, people.
It's gonna be fun. It's
Live for
gonna be
all
fun.
of 30 seconds. Let's go.
We might as well get right
We got
into
the
it.
face off in between Danny and CJ. Oh shit!
What happened?
Hello, Joey. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're gonna talk about that.
What up, Joey?
I guess we'll talk about that final segment first. I thought that was interesting. They did a pre-tape right to close the show. Solo Sikoa proclaiming that Roman Reigns is a bitch, and he couldn't retain a title. So
that's the best promo we've gotten from Solo so far in his career in WWE. It actually has me intrigued. Like, Roman's gonna come back and beat the shit out of this man. I mean, that's clear. But I'm excited for it now. We knew it was gonna happen, but now I'm actually excited for it. This did something for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. And did y'all notice how they tried to shade Jacob back there? Like, we can't have him outshine the master.
He's I think the whole thing being a pre-tape and everything was smart because I don't know, Solo Sikoa coming out to close SmackDown and doing that live wouldn't have hit the same at all. But this felt cool, ominous. It hit all the things it needed to hit, and it was a good way to send us home after the feel-good moment that was the main event. CJ, Malik, did y'all have anything to say about this closing segment and Solo Sikoa? CJ, you can go first. Oh, he was going, but he.
Oh, okay, I wasn't. Fat thumbs hitting the mute button on the mic. I think that there's a lot of there's still a lot of room for this new bloodline to grow, and unfortunately, it feels like it's really coming into this bloodline civil war sooner than I think they were ready for. I think I've mentioned this before on podcasts where it's like CM Punk talking about when he left WWE, where he, would be putting over these part-timers and then have to deal with the fallout on his own. Like, whoever it was, whether it was Brock Lesnar, The Rock, just fucks off and does whatever else they were going to do anyways. And this feels like it's the similar situation. They haven't done enough to build up Solo Sikoa and the new bloodline as anything that is formidable or even on the same level as Bloodline 1.0. They haven't done anything to really differentiate themselves from Reigns and the Usos. If they're going toe-to-toe with Bloodline 1.0, it feels like they're teasing that up for SummerSlam, but it feels too early. Like, it doesn't feel like they're really setting up Solo and this Bloodline 2.0 for any real success.
Now, I'm going to disagree with you on one thing. The Usos were never as savage as Tama and Tonga have been, let alone Jacob. So this bloodline does feel different to me, a lot different. This one feels a lot more vicious. And granted, the Bloodline 1.0 did do a lot of crazy shit. You know what I mean? Screwing people out of matches and wins, so on and so forth. Screwing people out of championship wins and all that. But they're not just beating the shit out of people like that, like these guys are doing. And that's why I'm liking this one, because I can't currently, to be completely honest with you, I can't see Roman, the Usos, and Sami Zayn or whoever do anything with these guys right now, because these guys don't know, they have no morals, no bounds. Like, they're not, they do what they want type shit, and I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it.
I can agree with you on that. In that, my thing with them is that I don't think they were meant to be as built up as the bloodline. I think the idea is that Solo isn't ready, but he took it anyway, and he brought these savages with him to take it anyway. Like, he's not ready for a WWE championship match, but he doesn't care. That's the thing. Solo Sikoa doesn't give a damn if you want him back in the line. He's 34-0. He doesn't care how many matches he lost. He just wants the title because he believes that's how he can take it. I think that makes this
right.
I think that makes it really interesting because they keep saying, the Solo is and Jacob and Tama and Tonga, they're all nasty savages, and we kind of seen them. We've seen them kill Heyman. We're probably gonna see them kill Randy, Kevin, and Cody tomorrow. I think that's the way to go too. Before you give Solo a championship match at SummerSlam, which is kind of what they've been saying is going to happen. I really wish that report hadn't come out because I still wouldn't believe that Solo's actually going to get a title match at SummerSlam. It still feels like to me it's Cody versus Randy.
I see it, but I see Roman interfering.
But we didn't let Malik talk at all.
He's just waiting his turn, biding his time.
I told you I'm in the chat. I was ready to talk my shit tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you.
My opinion may be a little bit unpopular, but that promo from Solo was ass. I ain't like it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just keep it full buck. I don't care. Like, bro. I get it, bro. I get it. Yeah. It was tough for me to hear Solo criticize Roman for losing the title with his record. It was just like, I don't know if CJ did that to me, where now he lamented the Solo's record over and over again, and now it's like implanted into my brain. Like, yo,
34-0
or
34.
I'm not harping on this like Roxy losing the title at Stand and Deliver last year. Like,
are you really?
I was willing to let Solo kind of stand on his own a little bit.
Yeah, like, are you really the tribal chief? Like, we want Roman chants everywhere. Like, the only thing I care about this new bloodline is to see it implode because he can't handle Jacob. That's the only thing I'm looking forward to.
It's like intentional. Like, I'm taking it, and I know you don't like it, but I'm gonna say I'm him anyway. It's heel work. He's doing a good job of making you not like it.
That's how I see it.
He's doing great. I feel like. It's just like Roman when he first won the title off of was it the Fiend? It was the Fiend. He came back and speared. Wasn't in the match whatsoever. Like, where did you fucking come from? Like, we hated that shit. We absolutely hated it. But now we are chanting we want Roman. So I can see this going somewhere. That's nasty business. Get that off the screen. That's the tribal chief you disrespecting right there, bro. That's cold-blooded.
Before is crazy. Zero. All in 40.
That's nasty work, bro.
But
Santino Marella, that's who he is.
Yo!
Damn.
Man. We put a stock on and do this. Yeah, that's nasty. That's disrespectful as hell.
I guess we could go and talk about the feel good moment of the night now. DIY with that fucking theme song of theirs that'll never get over for me. We are. I can't. The WWE Tag Team Champions. Finally, it feels like a long time.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It feels like a long time coming. It does. The match was. It looked like there was some good stuff happening that we missed. Like, damn, when they came back from commercial at one point, it looked like they were going crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
After that commercial break, they were going crazy.
But Malik, I'll let you go first because we all talked all over you for like 5 minutes last time. What did you think of this? Big DIY fan or what?
I will say this. We'll get to this later. Like, my point about the main event kind of circles around the tag team match that we had earlier. So I will say this. It's nice to have a respectable tag team, an actual tag team, have the tag team titles. So I do like the title switch. It may not be popular either, but I'm kind of an Austin Theory fan. I don't know why. Like, I don't like the way they've handled him. But I do see what they see in Austin Theory for who he possibly can be in the future. So I'm a little invested in the storyline between him and Grayson Waller. It's weird what they're doing with Austin Theory, though, because Grayson clocked him during the match.
That's right. I forget that happened.
And Austin Theory still kind of like riding for him, so that's a little weird. That's definitely a face turn coming from him after that. But it was nice to see a respectable tag team who we can actually believe are tag team champions. And hopefully WWE does something with them. And what we saw from the tag match earlier on should signal to Triple H like, hey, you have a tag team division here. Like that he gave the titles to DIY. I feel like they can do great things with the title.
That was cool that they they played a little promo video before the main event, and that they gave it the main event slot. Rare. It was rare as hell for a tag team match. It kind of feels like Triple H is saying something, but I don't really believe him. So I'll have to see. I'll have to see.
Now, I gotta say, for like that video fact, because I texted the group chat as it was going on. I was like, this is fucking incredible. It reminded you like tag team wrestling was a fucking thing before Vince McMahon murdered it. So like, this is how lit this shit was, and we're about to try to bring it back. That's what I felt like he was saying. And then he put his faith in DIY and A-Town Down Under to deliver after that promo, and they had an incredible match. So I feel like it paid off. I'm interested in tag team wrestling. I want to see what DIY is going to do. And big shout out to Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano for that win too, in that building again. And I don't know if y'all saw Tommaso Ciampa, his mouth word. He said "fuck." It's about goddamn time. I agree with that. They should have been on that main roster tag with those belts a long time ago. So shout out to them.
Yep.
Man, I popped so hard when DIY won the tag belts back in NXT. And even tonight, it felt super special. Like, I'm Canadian, and I enjoy when Canada gets some good events. Like, I'm looking forward to Money in the Bank tomorrow. This in itself felt special because of the history the DIY has in Toronto. So I'm glad they were able to cash in on that. I'm glad they were able to tell a good story. Like, it feels like it is still leading to a one-on-one match, Theory versus Waller. I don't know if that's how you guys feel as well, but if that is where it goes, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what DIY does with the belts.
Here's the thing, right? Is Theory versus Waller gonna make it onto pay-per-view, or is it gonna be on a SmackDown before SummerSlam?
Yeah.
See you guys August 2nd. Most definitely. Not even the main event.
It's kind of I didn't want to say that about this tag match because I'm glad they got the main event of SmackDown and it still gave them like a good moment. It's probably better than opening the pay-per-view tomorrow, but it's you know what that is. That's why I'm like, it kind of says something about tag team wrestling, but also they didn't even make the pay-per-view. So like, oh yeah, I don't know. I'm half and half about it. I need to see some more some more attention put on the tag teams, but I am happy for them. It was almost excuse me, it was almost the same finish to this match too. It's almost the same finish. At one point they even hit a shatter machine that popped the shit out of me. I was like, oh, those were the days. I
was shocked, and they actually called it the shatter machine still too, which kind of surprised me. But yeah,
respect. Great moment. But did you guys have anything else to say about DIY tonight?
Who the fuck is Cedric Van Housen?
That's Johnny Gargano.
Hey, yo.
That's what? Great. Yeah, that's definitely Johnny.
That guy has countless hours logged into World of Warcraft. I can see it in his face. Look at him. I pre-ordered his copy of fucking Spider-Man Miles Morales.
But yeah, man. I think we got CJ. You okay over there? Okay, he'll be back. But we'll spin back to the beginning of SmackDown tonight. We opened up with a promo from Jey Uso. Thanked Canada for letting him enter the country tonight. Because
what's the backstory on that?
He has a DUI, and
I thought that was Jimmy.
They both do.
No, it's both of them.
Not
just one.
Oh.
Can't even expect one to drive the other home.
Great job over there, Rikishi. You're doing a great job over there.
I thought you was the driver. Oh no!
They're using each other's IDs when they got stopped. Is what it is. Jimmy gave Jay's ID. Like, that's me.
I'm not gonna
That's
say
fucked
nothing,
up.
but that's fucked up. That's
But I was not that. I don't like Pandermania. All right, I do not like Pandermania. It bothers me so much, and that's all Jimmy or Jay has been coming lately is pandering to the crowd, the yeets, and it's so stupid. I'm tired of it. I can't wait to get a no yeet back, but yeah, and then the years and whatnot. We knew that moment was coming. We know that moment's coming at Money in the Bank tomorrow night too. Yeah, yeet moment.
I know. I'm on the boat with you. I'm not really a fan of these kind of things when they get, because they get like real over for like 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. It's like awesome, and then like 6 months later, we're still doing the thing.
Turn it into the ground, man.
So I hated it so much that one of my friends sent me this exchange in the group chat saying, "Yeah, I know John is somewhere fuming." Yeah, yeet shit. But I know all the kids love it. I'm not trying to shit on it, but it does annoy me.
That you hate that, but the yeet, no yeet shit that goes on in the chat, you have no problem with. So
I can say nothing. I'll let y'all do what y'all do, but
yeah, respect.
I mean,
respect.
You notice that I never take part. You never see me take. They've been saying yeet since we started this show. I've never once joined in. But yeah. CJ, we got you back. We got this opening segment of SmackDown. Jey Uso's out here. He hasn't been interrupted yet. What do you think? What'd you think of it?
I mean, it felt like anything like this where it really feels like they're leaning into, fans will go wild for it. Like, it doesn't feel like it does anything for me to be like, oh yeah, LA Knight or Jey Uso stands any chance of winning Money in the Bank. Like, they're just trading catchphrases at each other. I'm not super into that, but at the same time, I do still hope that LA Knight pulls the briefcase down this year.
Was that your pick?
Yeah, that's my pick. I think LA Knight, as far as the rest of the Money in the Bank field, it's his time. Like the same argument could be made for Jey Uso, but I just feel like LA Knight's had a larger hill to climb. Like, I've been a big fan of his since he was down in NXT. So for him to walk away with NXT, it'd be a big pop. Or for him to walk away with Money in the Bank this weekend, it would be a big pop for me.
So I'll finish the recap really fast so I can ask you guys a question. But essentially, all the Money in the Bank participants come out slowly and find Drew McIntyre comes out last. He kind of shits on everybody, and then Andrade hits him in the face like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he took that L idiot shit personally.
He was saying so much more fucked up shit to everybody else, and all he said was L idiot, and he said, get the fuck out of here. but it starts a brawl that circles around to Drew McIntyre ending up still being the guy to stand up in the end. But who do you guys see winning the Money in the Bank tomorrow? Danny?
I'll be honest with you. I don't want him to win, but I feel like Jay's entire solo run is a bust if he does not win. Because he hadn't done shit but create a fucking catchphrase since he became a solo act. So yeah.
They got foam fingers now.
And I hate it. And that's why he needs to win this briefcase to make it all make sense.
He's on the poster. I thought those were character posters. I thought everybody had like
him. It's just this motherfucker. That's why I say he has to win this shit. They're putting him on the poster. They put him on all this shit to lose again.
That would
like
actually
he ain't
be
done
funny.
shit. I'm sick of it.
Does that track though? Like in past years, does whoever makes the Money in the Bank poster actually end up doing anything with the briefcase?
There's a lot of times where it doesn't happen, but There's even more times where it does. There's even more times where the poster kind of gives it away, and you don't want to believe it. Like they wouldn't do that, but they do. And then, but it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like, why would you even make a poster with a participant focused on it? Because it's like, okay, if you put him on a poster and he wins, then you gave it away. And if you put him on a poster and he loses, then he looks like a fool. So why did we do this?
Why not put everybody on it? It just makes more sense.
They usually do. They put like the roster on the poster and everybody. They had like a little thief theme. You know, back in the day when they had a fucking theme for a pay-per-view, they would go out and shoot commercials in the theme. They did the Royal Rumble West Coast fucking West Side Story shit. That's one of my favorite things ever. You telling me we couldn't go out and shoot a little thief fucking Money in the Bank robbery thing? You bunch of lazy rich motherfuckers.
They spent all their money doing the WrestleMania 39 back to Hollywood spots, and they're still
21 Hollywood spots were one of my favorite shit ever.
Malik, who did you have winning Money in the Bank?
I want LA Knight to win, but I mean, it gotta be Jey Uso. Like I hear you guys about the pandering and stuff like that, but sometimes when I watch wrestling, I try to imagine myself in the crowd, and every time I've seen Jey Uso on TV, looks like he's super over. Like he's walking through the crowd like the Shield every week. You know what I'm saying? My son, which is weird, my son just got back into wrestling, but even when he was with the Bloodline, Jey Uso was his guy. Now, for me, seeing Jey Uso rise the way he has, chance, I'm sorry. I didn't think Jimmy was going to be the guy, and apparently he is. So, to me, I got Jey Uso winning that title. I meant the Money in the Bank briefcase. Excuse me.
I think just like you guys, Jey Uso or LA Knight is the feel good pick. That's the one that'll make the kids happy. That's the one that'll make the fans happy. I have this nagging feeling, that Drew McIntyre is gonna win, and he's gonna try to cash in tomorrow, and they're gonna fuck him on the same night and nullify the whole. It's gonna nullify the whole briefcase. But I mean, you have King of the Ring, you have Money in the Bank. When they exist together, the companies are weird about things like that. Sometimes they'll get rid of the secondary thing immediately. So you kind of have Drew McIntyre win the briefcase, tries to cash it in one night, and then you don't have to deal with the men's Money in the Bank at all, and they'll leave the Money in the Bank story to one of the new girls who's probably gonna win the Money in the Bank tomorrow, like Tiffany Stratton or Lyra Valkyria. And, you know, that probably makes more sense. So I've had that thought that might be what they do tomorrow. But the Jey Uso and LA Knight thing makes a lot of sense, too.
Personally, and we'll talk about this more during, I guess, the preview show for Money in the Bank or something. But I feel like it's too obvious CM Punk is going to cost McIntyre the briefcase somehow. It
is. I wouldn't enjoy that, but I could just see it.
I know it's happening, so I'm not surprised. I don't feel any way about it because I know it's gonna happen. But yeah, I hate the obvious shit.
I think the only way Jey Uso doesn't win is if the Wyatt Six gets involved, because it seems like they're trying to tie him into this storyline. Like
a little bit, yeah. He's been hiding from them. He's been running from them.
So maybe also brings on the question: do we call Jay's fans cockroaches now?
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, so you can add fireflies, add mosquitoes, cockroaches. That's crazy. And y'all still eating. I'm just kidding, man. He disrespected you like that. Like, still yeet. But we followed this segment up with a backstage segment where Bayley gets confronted by Chelsea Green and then beat up by Piper Niven, and followed that immediately by Naomi saying, "I got your back, girl," but she made this face like she didn't actually have Bayley's back. So what do y'all think about that? Is it finally time? Because it's been heading towards this for a long time, man. SummerSlam's around the corner.
I need this, and I need her to join her husband finally.
Yeah, cut all the way. Ye shit. We're bad guys now. She
I
said, "We're
need
bad
it.
guys. We're bad
I
guys."
need it.
Well,
She, I, my
go
bad.
ahead. No, go ahead, Danny. My bad.
No, I was just saying, I'm sick of the face Naomi. I'm tired of the glow shit. Like, she's been having great matches and she's been back, but I'm just tired of that shit. I would like to see her go heel.
But don't you
See,
think
I'm
it'd be weird to turn her heel, and Jimmy and Jay are most likely going to be faces for the bloodline? Like, they could have did this shit like a long time ago. Like, it kind of seems a little late for you to kind of turn her heel. Like, yo, you should have put her with the bloodline a minute ago.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. But Bayley needs some opponents too.
But I mean, this kind of brings me back to, weren't they teasing turning Bianca heel a few months ago? You know, like, it feels like if they were going to turn anybody in this situation, it was going to be Bianca, not Naomi. But it feels like Naomi is the more natural choice now as opposed to Bianca. I don't know if anybody else kind of feels that.
You could do both. There's no reason in the world you can't do both. They're both very separate right now, and they're both doing very separate things. If Bianca was to turn on Jade, that would be one thing, and if Naomi turned on Bayley, that would be one thing. And if they ever decided that they needed two heels to team up on SmackDown, they could call back on the fact that they're already cool with each other. We were cool when we were baby faces. We're even cooler now that we cheat.
I thought they was going to turn Bianca heel too, but Jade needs her. So I mean,
She does.
Keep it real, like
No, but that's why. That's why. That's why you turn Bianca heel, because Jade needs her, right? So now you've already exhausted the whole tag team thing. Now she got to dance with Jade. Now she's her partner in the ring for, I guess, 1 or 2 months. I mean, I would hope they extend it more than just one thing and just blows off. But I imagine that's like the idea.
I can see that.
But yeah, I mean, we followed that up with Street Profits defeating Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly was over as fuck. Actually, I was like, what
They
the hell?
really were.
Nothing against them. I have nothing against Pretty Deadly. I just didn't know people cared that much. That's cool.
I mean, they're really good in ring. Don't get me wrong. They've always had pretty good matches. I feel like they haven't had an opportunity to do much since they've been on the main roster. I feel like, but they really pretty much just got fed to the Street Profits tonight.
Yeah, they did.
They very much just served a role.
Yeah, Street Profits needed a win, so yeah, I feel like we knew what it would be.
That's good for Pretty Deadly, though, even in the job situation tonight, that people cared, because backstage somebody heard that and they'll take note, and if they did their job tonight, which I mean I think they did, but you never know what the company's looking for. You know how many times we watch an excellent match and everyone's all excited about it, and then you hear in a book later on like, oh, turns out Vince hated it. Like, what the fuck were you even looking for? I just don't know. Right. But if they did do their job tonight, I'm sure that somewhere down the line they'll be rewarded. What do y'all think of Montez Ford? Like, is this happening or what? When is this happening?
Montez is a fucking star, bro. Like, he could easily be on a solo run. When they almost pulled the trigger on it, was it 2 years ago or last year? I thought it was it for him. I thought it was, Intercontinental or U.S. title championship reign incoming, but they put him with the pride, and then what? But yeah, let that man cook, and let Angelo Dawkins cook too, because he stepped his game up so fucking much since NXT, and he's looking good, man. Like, let these guys do their thing. What is that? What is going on?
Somebody just said Pretty Deadly theme. Get the fuck
up. Smackdown, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking looks like SVR 2004.
Yeah, I think it's like Day of Reckoning or something.
All the wrestling games so much that I could pick the animation and be like, yeah, that's Smackdown.
It's the Turk Pixels. That's what it is.
I'm sure Michaels with Sexy Red was on NXT.
Did y'all have anything else to say about Montez Ford or just this whole match of Pretty Deadly or anything tonight, Malik?
Yeah, I just thought it was a great match, man. Like I was saying, like, Triple H, you have great tag teams on SmackDown that you can utilize every week. Like, you don't have to keep throwing tag teams together. Like, you already have established tag teams. I understand Pretty Deadly not being on TV though. They've had the injury bug for like the past year and a half or something like that. So that's why we haven't been seeing them. Because when they first came up to WWE from NXT, it looks like they were going to be champions pretty soon. But you know how the injury bug is. So I guess they're working their way back into TV. But I'm here for the Montez Ford single run too. The thing is though, my first question is, where the hell is Bobby Lashley? Is he hurt? Like, what's going on?
He's hurt, if I'm not mistaken, right?
He's got to be. I'm pretty sure he is, but he's just been off TV for so long, and they done moved forward with Street Profits by themselves. I had to imagine Bobby Lashley is home, hurt. Otherwise,
Bianca Brandy, which is weird.
She's just
She's just there now.
How does Bianca feel about this? But CJ, what do you think about all this? Oh, we don't hear you.
Oh, god damn it. I hate this fucking microphone. Like,
it's so great because you're always going off. Like, I got something
to.
He was unloading the clip. Here's shit.
Like, fuck. Like, I love Pretty Deadly. They're a very entertaining team, but it feels like they're kind of stuck in this sort of jobber hell where, like, the Street Profits aren't even doing anything right now. Like, they had an opportunity to build somebody up for being able to challenge DIY after Money in the Bank, and they just weren't able to capitalize on it. I would have loved to see Pretty Deadly doing anything remotely productive. I would have loved to see the Street Profits doing anything productive as well, but it doesn't. This match didn't feel like it did anything for anybody. You know, like it was just a time filler sort of match. I don't know if I'm alone on that, but
no, you're right. You're right.
I feel like it's more of a just because how often have they have? I mean, what did it? Post Teddy Long era, how often they have multiple tag matches on SmackDown? I feel like, and I think it's just kind of a resurgence of the tag division. I think was what we were getting, but yeah, like that post right there with Andrew, the whatever he says, DIY versus Street Profits, Pretty Deadly, Angel Umberto. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of dope matchups that can go down now if they are giving us this refocus on the tag division, and I'm here for it.
Who's God?
Gorillas of Destiny.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You remember he fought Shawn Michaels at
but that's a massive sneak. Like, why would they put that in there? Get out of here.
Bloodline's got to have gold.
And the Good Brothers, I didn't even see that. Get out of here.
I got a conspiracy theory though.
What's that?
Triple H, I see you. MVP smoked you this week. You made the Street Profits win today.
Surprising.
Triple H, I see you.
You watched the show. We tuned in last week. I know that's what it is.
Surprised Triple H didn't take a picture to the handshake post. You know how much I love the Street Profits.
I bet this week they had like ribs and collard greens and catering. gotta take care of my guys.
Oh no. You know how much I love you guys. What do you mean, you guys? Like, what do you mean,
bro? You start blackening us up his lingo a bit. What's going on, my G? No, I always talk like this.
Oh man. But we followed that up with a segment that saw Austin Theory getting gaslit by by Grayson Waller.
Shout out to Grayson Waller too for riding through Canada listening to Not Like Us. Grayson Waller is one of the goats, bro.
I forgot that happened. Hey, he did that today, right?
Today, to ride through Canada, pull up to the arena, listening to Not Like Us.
That's fucking genius. He's a great heel. I was so weird about them putting him in this tag team in the first place because it seemed like he had so much momentum. And they were like, could you help us with this Austin Theory thing? Like, wait, hold on. Like, so he's been kind of strapped. Austin Theory, I mean, I know how much you like him, Malik, but he was kind of a weight. Like he's kind of been holding Grayson Waller down.
I know.
Low-key, like,
I
I hate to say that, man. That's facts, man.
No,
God
it's
damn.
facts. It's facts, but that's
I
great.
hate that that's facts.
That's great heel work to me. Like,
Yeah.
just great heel work to me. Like, yo, I get it. Like, I totally get it.
Now,
But like, just being on the NXT recap show, like, I kind of look at characters different, especially if they're up and coming. Like, I have to kind of look at a couple of years down the line. Grayson Waller gonna be one of the ones. If they give him a chance, he definitely gonna be one of the ones. He's already been annoying the fuck out of us. Like before he even had a match on SmackDown, when he just had his show and whatever, he's already been annoying. So
that's facts.
he has a great way to garner heat from the fans, and you know what I'm saying. I'm excited for this Austin Theory thing he about to do. I think it'll work for both of them to showcase what they can do.
I'm just curious. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, just like the Jade thing, and Jade and Bianca, like it's about time for Austin Theory and Grayson Waller's little relationship that they have. Put them in to take that next step. Now they got to be each other's dance partner. Although that's weird because Austin Theory's been wrestling a lot longer than Grayson Waller. But yeah, what were you gonna say then?
I was gonna say, I feel like that whole Vince McMahon prodigy thing kind of fucked with him in the first place, because he was being given everything and it made people just hate him. Not like he'll hate him, but just like, fuck this guy. Like that we did for Cena, like we did for Roman Reigns at first. It's like we're being force fed this guy, but we don't fucking like him. You can't tell us to like him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like it was. But when Theory, I can't remember exactly what happened. He did something. I can't remember exactly what pay-per-view it was, but he came back with an attitude. He's beating the shit out of people, fucking up the announcers and stuff like that. They should have stuck with that for a while, because I was like, okay, now I'm kind of digging this guy. But now then it just ruined it again.
Yeah,
CJ,
I think it's unfair for him because they kind of stopped his push 2 times.
Yeah,
you know
right.
What I'm saying? Like,
Right.
In my opinion,
It's hard to fight back from that.
In my opinion, he was kind of over when he was Vince McMahon's whatever. He was like, but I think he caught unnecessary slack because we were so burnt out on Vince. If we weren't that burnt out on Vince, that gimmick might have worked. You know what I'm saying? It was just, you was like, yo, Vince, it's time to retire. Yo, please.
You know what it was?
Say all that, but
you know what it was? It wasn't just the Vince thing. Like it was the fact that it was happening in real life too. Like they actually gave him money in the bank. Like they gave him John Cena. They gave him a lot. And it didn't seem earned. It didn't seem like and then it didn't even work. Like he pinned John Cena. Didn't he beat John Cena?
And nobody cared. Nobody cared.
At WrestleMania.
Nobody gave a damn. But
nobody remembers.
So let me ask y'all this question. Mm-hmm. Why do we like Logan Paul then?
Because he shouldn't be that good. Because but Logan Paul should not be as good as he is, and Austin Theory's been wrestling too long to not be this good already. That's the biggest thing.
I agree with that. That was great, actually. That was a great breakdown there, John. That's why you're Johnny Dirt Sheet.
I do try. But yeah, what the fuck?
Whoa.
Well, I just searched up Austin Theory. What's Twitter doing?
The ghost.
It's crazy.
But Austin Theory does, because I said this a long time ago, and I'll continue to say it. Austin Theory is the future of the business. I feel like it really could be, but give him something meaningful. Like don't just keep throwing him in random bullshit. Let him really cook. Please don't throw him in this DIY shit again. Please don't have him high-fiving and shit again. Let him really rock out, have great matches, tell his story type shit. You know what I mean?
CJ in the corner there. What?
Yeah. Like I mean, I don't know what else I could say that hasn't already been said. Like I'm still not as invested into Austin Theory as I am into Grayson Waller. Something about Austin Theory's presentation, and it could be the Vince McMahon stuff, but I don't know, it just feels like Grayson is the bigger star than Austin Theory. So if they do decide to go down this route with, oh, I couldn't trust you and that's why our team fell apart, like you thought you were better than me, but it still has to mean something, like I don't know where they're going with it other than obviously a one-on-one match, but where do they go from there? Like, it's kind of the same theory, no pun intended, of where Giovanni Vinci is right now. Like, they split him off from Imperium and haven't done anything with him yet. I'm worried that if they do the same for Austin Theory coming out of the dissolution of his tag team with Grayson Waller, that he might end up in that same sort of limbo.
I think you just made me realize something. Now we're gonna move on from this, I swear. But I was trying to think of the difference between this and the Jade Cargill Bianca Belair thing, because I'm like, damn, there's something that stands out, something different, even though it's got the same essential concept. The difference, I think, is that these guys just got a stick thrown on the floor and they're fighting over a spot. wait a second. The person that comes out of this tag team feud thing looking the best is gonna get that spot. Because I just keep trying to think, like, how in what situation can both of them come out looking good? There is none, and it's not meant to be one. One of these guys is fucked.
I get it now. Grayson's got to be the one to go on over because he's looking like a star over Theory right now. They got Theory looking like a bitch. Like, look, he's got to look like a bitch. But Waller's going to come out as the star, and that's why they're going to put Theory back with DIY to, star adjacent.
They said he's
I don't believe in too many coincidences with WWE. And I don't know if you played Showcase like I told you to, Danny. They sent Grayson Waller ass back to NXT. So you saying that? Just saying.
Because Waller's been cooking
in NXT though. Like they've got, I don't know how many solid talent down in NXT, and there's already a handful of WWE talent down in NXT right now. Like, who do they pair Austin Theory with for the same sort of career rehabilitation that has worked for other people?
That it's he's cooked. This is it. This was it. This was his chance. If he doesn't come out of this looking good, then he's fucked. And I think in this single situation against Grayson Waller, when he cuts his promos and all that, that'll be the full test. But moving on to the next segment, we had Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair defeating Candice LeRae and INDI Hartwell. The match went on a little longer than I thought it would for same result. We didn't really get any hint of. Yeah, that's true. But we didn't really get any hint of like dissension or any real plot development. They just said they wanted the titles again. So I'm like, okay.
I'm over it.
Yeah. What about you guys?
The tag titles in like the first two matches, and then they lose them. It's like, all right, they already had them. Now I don't care if they get them again.
CJ, what'd you think?
Well, and I mean, like, is the problem with the WWE women's tag titles? Is the problem the team or is it the championship? Because I don't have anything against Bianca Belair or Jade Cargill, but I just don't care about the women's tag titles. Like,
nobody does.
There's no reason to. There's no women's tag teams. Only Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. That's the single women's tag team that exists. That's a real tag team. The other ones are like put together. Zoe Starks and Shayna Baszler. Just because you wear the same tights. I mean, I appreciate that effort because they're trying to do the best with what the fuck they're getting. But the people above them just putting them together and just hoping like this means they're a tag team now. There's been how many years of this shit? How long has this tag team championship existed now? And we haven't had time to just create tag teams in NXT? Come on, there's no
Do y'all think
excuse.
they just end up getting rid of them? Because even in NXT, there's no real women tag teams that they're even trying to develop. So it's going to be a constant thing of, hey, you tag with you and go after
Throw
the
together
tag team
shit.
title.
Yeah,
Like at this point, it's starting to be redundant. Like, we get why y'all did it because of the women's empowerment thing. We get it. But if you're not even implementing anything for the future in developmental to further the lineage of this title, you might as well just go ahead and scrap it or send it to NXT. Like, I think CJ's been saying that.
Yep.
What I would do is set something up where it splits the tag team titles up and makes fucking mid-card women's championships. Because we don't need women's tag team titles. Like you said, there's not enough women's tag teams. But there's plenty of women on the roster to be fighting for another title instead of just the one main championship.
I think it's a lazy way to get more women on the card, and like you can get 4 women on the card at once. Oh, that'll make them real happy. Like it's cheap. Like you said, at least if they had a mid-card title, they'd be locked into having to do some stories. So like you have to do a secondary story. And sure, like 2 more girls can't get on TV, but you know what? At least they won't be out there doing fucking bullshit. But I guess
at least have a backstage segment or a promo or something leading up to something else. But there's always there's more they could do with mid-card championships than those fucking tag titles. I feel like a lot more.
I guess we will see. I don't suspect they'll be. I don't suspect they'll do anything.
Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, and they still mean nothing. Like, come on, dog.
Right.
Like,
and he dropped them like in the weirdest, stupidest way to the girls who didn't matter 3 minutes ago. As much as I like them, but you know, I kind of hate this for Jade. I hate that she's. I'm sorry. I went from watching Jade on a ladder, just seemingly on a rocket ship, just flying, even developing in the ring, getting better in the ring, and it's like it just stopped. Like, wait, where is it? Yeah. What happened? Why isn't it moving? What the fuck? This sucks. But yeah, I won't get too deep into it. I guess it's still early, even though it's been 6 months, I guess.
Been a minute. Been a minute.
We followed that though with a really good segment. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Cody Rhodes walked out there. Randy's still looking at the WWE Championship, even though I'm starting to suspect that we're just like looking too far into him. Like people are just taking screenshots whenever Randy's eyeball happens to be looking in the direction of Cody Rhodes.
They trying to set Randy up.
He's like, why are they doing this?
Now,
I'm changed.
Last week when Cody was like, I could be fighting one of these guys. I could be fighting Randy Orton, and Randy was like, you know what? So he kind of like he did throw a little hint like he wants that title. So I could see it, which I'm ready for. It needs to happen. Obviously, it needs to happen. I'm sick of this Bloodline and Cody shit. I'm sick of Kevin Owens and Bloodline, to be honest with you. 4 years. I've been eating. I was thinking the same thing. He was back there walking and eating that plate or whatever. I've been eating.
Fucking drinking, slurping his bowl of cereal like it's always sunny. Like, fuck.
Put it on a shirt. I've been eating.
But they did. They went out there and Cody. He didn't really say anything of substance, and so they kind of let Kevin Owens get the spotlight here. He came out and he cut a great, really great promo. No surprise because he's fucking excellent. And basically telling us that his mom has been in the hospital. He could have stayed home tonight, but Mama Owens would not have wanted that. So he says he's been fighting the Bloodline for 4 years. And tomorrow night, these 3 are going to kick the Bloodline's ass. And I was like, damn, he's waving that death flag really fucking hard right now. They're going to pin you tomorrow, Kevin Owens.
110%. 110%.
What did y'all think about this promo, this segment, the possibility of Randy versus Cody, and the idea that he's not the SummerSlam opponent? Like, it still doesn't make no sense to me.
Title, dog. That's crazy.
I've
been eating. I've been saying that shit since like the last 2 weeks now. But I mean, fuck this promo, honestly, because I'm not a triple threat tag team match. What the fuck are we doing? This is a pay-per-view. That's a SmackDown match, bro. This is a Teddy Long assigned SmackDown match. That shit out of here.
I actually think they're gonna I think they're gonna do or they should do the thing where the show starts and they announce it's a fucking no disqualification for some reason. But that'd be really spicy. But I imagine they're gonna work really hard and it'll go crazy.
I mean, they're gonna do some crazy shit. We know that. But Jacob can't leave the country, can he?
That's what they're saying. I don't know how it works. He had I think it's a robbery when he was 18.
Yeah, so a long time ago, but I don't think they were allowing him to leave the country again. So I don't even know if he's going to be there. But if he was involved, I'd be excited about it, to be honest. Just see what he's going to do, because he's got everybody's attention right now.
You notice they know that, right? You notice they know that, and they haven't said anything about him not being there tomorrow. They're kind of still advertising him. Like when they say the Bloodline versus Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes, they're implying Jacob Fatu is gonna be there. So if he's really not gonna be there tomorrow, they're pulling a little sneaky.
Well, and I mean, like, it's the same conversation that had been had when the Usos were scheduled for Crown Jewel. You know, like just being able to leave the country and have this match. I feel like it's still going to happen. They wouldn't have let the advertising go as far as they did if it wasn't actually going to happen. Like, it's kind of the same thing that I've been saying about this Bloodline 2.0 is like, why would you cut them off at the knees if you didn't actually have a chance to build them up and be something reminiscent of the OG Bloodline? What's up, Danny? Laughing a lot over there.
No, the tweet he scrolled past it said, "This motherfucker Kevin Owens has been fighting the Bloodline since the Trump administration." That's crazy.
It's so good.
It's facts.
Yeah, actually, though.
It's ridiculous, man.
I think you have a lot of faith in this company, CJ, and I admire it. I've seen them do many sneaky things. I
don't care about the advertisement. I don't expect Jacob to be there.
I don't expect him to be there either.
I don't expect Jacob to be there. In saying that,
I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Just Solo is 0-40.
Yeah.
Just like Kevin Owens.
I gotta stop bringing that up, dog.
Just like Kevin Owens have his moment to get over on the Bloodline, please, so he can please just move the fuck on. He had this impassioned promo about his mom. You're in Toronto, dude. Just let him have his moment with if Jacob's there, it's different though. I'm impressed with my comment by saying that. If Jacob is there, it's different. Have Jacob run roughshod, whatever. But as far as if it's just going to be Solo and Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, bro, just let Kevin Owens go crazy. I mean, goddamn, didn't he just swanton bomb Madison Square Garden on the concrete the other day? How much does Kevin Owens need to show you that, hey, I'm ready to get the fuck over the Bloodline? Like, yo, just let KO have his moment, man.
Personally, I'd let KO cook for sure. Like you said, he obviously going through a lot. He's in his home country. Let him do his thing. I would not want them to win the match though, but I don't want him to take the pin. And this is, you guys know I love Cody. But to further the Solo,
funny word for it.
Seriously, to further the Cody and Solo Bloodline situation or whatever, because obviously we're headed towards a Cody Solo match, right? Have Solo pin him clean. That'll make him look like a formidable opponent. You know what I'm saying? In a one-on-one match. Because right now, nobody would ever expect Solo to beat Cody Rhodes one-on-one.
They're gonna play that clip of Cody in the room getting the news that The Rock is gonna face Roman. I gotta say, I'm sorry if I'm not enthusiastic about this.
That was great television right there, bro.
But
He was hurt. His soul was broken, bro.
it makes sense. Though.
Oh,
It makes
man.
sense that Solo just pins Cody. And he's like, now you can't tell me like now none of the 40 and 0-40 shit matters because I pinned the WWE champion. You know,
That's the only way to make real sense. I feel like.
I mean, even since this new bloodline formed, it's been wins and losses matter. So, but it's always felt weird when it was Solo saying it because of that 0-40 run.
He said Roman couldn't defend the title, so now I'm gonna do it, and that does
Wasn't
lead
man enough.
that makes everybody ask the obvious question, like, how do you expect him to do that? Like, you actually have to wrestle. But it's funny because he's like a kid, so like that makes him like a big baby. Like he's Solo, he thinks he can do it. Look at him, he's so silly. like, like a big
Somebody got a
Samoan baby.
Solo head
I
on
think
the
they
boss
come
baby
that
body
size
now.
anyway. Big babies.
Just a fully grown adult sized baby.
He's actually 7 years old. I don't know if they mentioned that on TV. but we followed that up with Bayley versus Piper Niven. They kind of mixed two segments in at one here. Like it was like we had Bayley and Piper Niven's match, and then we also had a whole extra non-connected Money in the Bank segment where all the women were like fighting outside. I was wondering like why were they all out here to watch Bayley? Is it they all think they're gonna win? I guess that's the idea. Like because they don't have any business with Piper Niven or Bayley right now. At least you know like. But they were out there conveniently and they all got into a brawl and Tiffany hit a sick ass Acai moonsault off the side of the apron right there, and it was a pretty good segment for what it was. I didn't really have any thoughts about it. What did y'all think?
Said any thoughts about it is crazy.
I was like, it happened. Tiffy looked good. Oh yeah, Nia Jax came out. She attacked Bayley afterwards so that SummerSlam match is getting built because Bayley don't got a match on the pay-per-view again.
She doesn't have a match with Money in the Bank, does she?
No, disrespected again and again and again and again.
That's nasty work.
Does Liv Morgan?
No, I don't
Liv
think
Morgan, no, thankfully. No, that's fucked up.
so at least it's not like a heading into WrestleMania situation where it's like, oh, we're just gonna push this one women's title match and fuck the other one.
Wasn't on the posters, CJ. She was on none of the posters.
It was
Crazy
ridiculous.
work right
Couldn't even make the WrestleMania pre-show. It was all Rhea Ripley.
Actually, if Liv Morgan gets a pay-per-view poster, like, you know, one of them single pay-per-view posters before Bayley does, I'm actually going to be really pissed about that.
I would go to AEW if I was Bayley.
I'm leaving. Mercedes said the water is fine. That's what. But yeah, man. Money in the Bank tomorrow. I expect Tiffy to take that suitcase. That makes all the sense in the world to me. That's what I would do anyway.
For sure. 110% see that.
I'm still kind of behind Lyra. You know, like even if they decide that they don't want her to cash in successfully, even if they just have her go against Liv while she's still doing this Judgment Day sort of thing, I don't think a loss would really hurt Lyra as much. Mostly because I feel like they're building Liv to be this sort of like she's gonna have the title until Rhea comes back. So if they have an unsuccessful cash in against her, it feels like it's just gonna kind of be like par for the course. So if she does try to cash in and lose, I don't think it will hurt Lyra as much as it would hurt Tiffany trying to cash in against Bayley.
Malik, what did you think about that?
What, CJ? Lyra failed cash in? Fuck no.
Look, I'm not saying it's the right idea.
No,
I'm just
hell
saying
no.
that's the
It's
way
not
I
gonna
see
hurt
it
her?
going.
That'd actually be
No, it
that'd
wouldn't
be-
hurt her. Like
that'd
she would
be
have a
devastating.
better time bouncing back than Tiffany
No.
would.
No, sir.
You see,
No,
that's
sir.
the thing. Here's the thing that you're not considering. Tiffany's not losing that cash in.
Oh, no.
Tiffany's
Oh, sure.
Tiffany, because here's the thing with Tiffany, right? she's a complete heel, and usually the Money in the Bank thing is like a complete heel move. Like, you come out when the champion is dead, you cash in, you take the belt when they weren't looking. If a babyface does it, people even start asking like, "Oh my god, are they going to be turning heel now?" It turns weird. It's a little weird for Lyra to cash in and win that way, or to even cash in at all, because she's been presented as such a white meat babyface. She runs in to save people now. She's a superhero. So like, I think Tiffany Stratton winning and cashing in makes a lot more sense, and she's also got the built-in story right here with Nia
but
Jax.
that's what I mean. Like, if she's kind of sidling into this role as Nia Jax's second, then that would imply that Nia Jax is going to beat Bayley at SummerSlam.
You're following me.
I think that's actually going to happen.
You're following my train of thought. You just don't realize we're at the same station. Nia Jax is going to beat Bayley at SummerSlam, and Tiffany Stratton will be standing right next to her as Money in the Bank holder. And there's your tension and your next will they won't they storyline that WWE is going to drag out for fucking 16 months, because they really shouldn't, but they will.
I'm really upset at CJ for doing that to Lyra. I'm so sorry. I'm really upset because ever since Lyra's been called up, she's been having amazing matches.
She's been cooking.
So,
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, one loss isn't going to hurt her.
No,
it's not just a loss. You won Money in the Bank and you're cashing in and you're losing. That's terrible. No, sir. Please don't do that, Triple H.
It depends how she loses it. Because if somebody costs her the Money in the Bank, her Money in the Bank cash in or something like that, then that sets up a new rivalry for her. So it depends how.
I can't spell this woman's name for anything. Like, he's fighting it. I'm fighting for my life.
I had a whole video doing a recap and I couldn't say her name right.
I can't even copy and paste it right. I missed the fucking L. All right. And nobody's even talking about her anymore. Damn. Anyway, Lyra Valkyria shouldn't be pinned, CJ. Not for the fucking Money in the Bank briefcase. That's painful.
Technically, she wouldn't be getting pinned for the Money in the Bank briefcase.
She'd be getting
ladder match.
That's even worse. She'd be tripping and lose. I imagine that's like
getting pulled off the ladder at the last possible second. At least they don't have like a female equivalent of Brock Lesnar for her to get Mustafa Ali.
You do want to set it up so Lyra Valkyria is the one who looks like she could have won. And then, Tiffy will stick a chair up her ass or whatever the fuck you got to do to get her off the ladder.
Last year.
You got to wait to go to Netflix for that.
They did that. They advertised that all night in the arena.
Ass match?
Yes. Comes to
no.
I'm sorry, everyone. I swear.
That shit's gonna be so lit. I can't wait.
It's gonna be fun. I think the first night, like, they should open with Liv Morgan flashing the fucking like, we're on Netflix. Oh, bro, I'm here.
Just show the unedited Mae Young DX footage from back in the day. That's the way to set it off. Just put in the new show Cold Open. Just then now, just Mae Young titties.
She's in she's in that Marvel Studios thing they got going on now. Forever.
Oh.
Mae Young titties forever.
But that is our episode of SmackDown. So that brings us to our chopper of the night. Whoa. Fellas, I'll start with you, Danny.
Chopper of the night for me, man. If I had to say anybody, I gotta say Austin Theory, because they made him look like a real bitch tonight, man. And I hate it for him. They made Theory like a whole bitch for the last few weeks, getting fucking getting thrown in, the way of bullets, oncoming gunfire and all that. It's like, come on, man, stand up for yourself. Slap this man. He's my tag team partner. We're gonna do this together. You see what he's doing to you, bro? Like, come on, stop being a jobber. So that's why he's a jobber tonight, man.
Malik?
It's CJ.
He's a jobber tonight.
Oh, wow.
Let me give him the old.
Wow. How and John will go with the wide shot immediately afterwards. Like,
I'm trying.
What, yo?
Nah,
like bags under my eyes and everything. Fuck.
Oh man, that was crazy.
If I had to pick a jobber tonight, to me it's B-Fab.
She just called a wild straight. She's just hanging out.
Exactly.
What did he say? Fuck me.
That's
For?
the point. Why was she out there? I didn't see her encourage anybody. I didn't see her do anything. Like, yo, can you please find something to do?
She be
for B-Fab? Like, please. Like, she was just there.
That's all she
Like,
does.
Wow.
Typical valet. It's fine.
What if B-Fab's watching the show enjoying it? She's
Oh,
like,
shit.
what the fuck?
Sorry, B-Fab.
My bad.
My bad. Like, I'm rooting for you. This is me rooting for you. Like, that's what this is.
Oh my god.
CJ, who was your jobber of the night?
As that's a great question. I don't actually have any sort of idea as to who my jobber of the night's gonna be. Like, I had to even just go back through as far as who won and who lost. Jobber of the night, I gotta go with Pretty Deadly. You know, like, just because they didn't come away with the win. It felt like a really inconsequential loss to begin with, but at the same time, like, when was the last time you remember seeing a Pretty Deadly match on SmackDown?
That's a good question.
It's been a while. And I know the Pride and the Street Profits have been featured pretty heavily since then, but I don't know. It just didn't feel like the Street Profits needed the win as much as as much as Pretty Deadly did. But I think just by virtue of losing, they're my jobbers.
My jobber of the night wasn't here tonight, and that's why they're my jobber of the night. Blair Davenport. What the fuck are they? What the fuck? Like, so she did all this stupid shit with Naomi backstage for like 3 weeks, the same thing over and over and over again. Finally gets her hands on her in the triple threat, loses, disappears off TV. Nothing to say about it. What the fuck? I'm sure
crazy.
she'll be back, but like that's crazy. That's fucking nuts.
She's trying to buy NBC.
Oh no, well trust me, it's next week because we're building to the pay-per-view. You see, yeah, the pay-per-view that she can't fucking get on. All right. So that brings us to our megastar of the night. I got a graphic somewhere. There it is. Boom. Megastar of the night. I guess I'll go first because I went last. My megastar of the night is Kevin Owens. Fuck. What a promo. I mean, they gave him 5 minutes. He went out there, he used it, got some stuff off his chest, got the crowd hype, made me excited for this match that doesn't matter. I'm here for it.
This match that doesn't matter is crazy, but it's legit. Means nothing.
Who went before me last time? I can't fucking remember.
CJ.
I'm sorry. I spoke too much.
Yeah. On that note, I want to say Kevin Owens' mom. Like, shout out to her for fighting her health battles. She's a hell of a trooper, and I hope she pulls through. Shout out to my dad as well, fighting his own health battles. But I think as far as tonight, like, Kevin Owens' mom, for sure.
All right. Elite.
My megastar of the night is not here. Was not here tonight. And I think this is the second concurrent week that I'm going to say this. It's Paul fucking Heyman. They gave Solo Sikoa 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's it. That's all we got in the bloodline was 2 minutes. That's it. Yo. gotta be Paul Heyman. Salute to Paul Heyman for carrying this storyline, carrying this bloodline story for as long as Roman's been out. So respect to Roman, and we know his father just passed. Get back as soon as you can, because this bloodline story is going to need you. I don't necessarily have too much faith that they're going to build this up to be a great story while he's not there. So those we want Roman chants are very much solidified. We need Roman back, and without Paul Heyman, that promo felt really flat to me. Shout out to Paul Heyman.
Danny.
Get well soon.
I gotta go with DIY, man. I really do. It was a good feeling when that. That's hilarious. But no, they did their thing, man. The match was incredible, and I'm gonna do co-mega star of the night. Triple H or whoever is putting a new focus on the tag team division, because it made me hype for that match after seeing that hype video or whatever, for one, and seeing that match gives me hope for the future of the tag division. For one, you have a real tag team as tag champions right now. That's already a good start. That's already a great start. And the first match of this new tag team era, so to speak, was an incredible match. And the team we want to see with the titles get the titles. So hopefully we got something good coming out. So DIY/Triple H.
So I wanted to let you people know, you 200 beautiful souls who are watching us right now, this ain't the only time you can catch us, man. We're here all weekend long, but also all week long, all the fucking time. Dershi Radio is always on. This weekend, you can catch us tomorrow night immediately after Money in the Bank, Sunday after Heatwave, Monday after Raw, Tuesday after NXT, Wednesday after Dynamite, Thursday after Impact, Thursday in the morning, DSR flagship show, and of course, just like you did tonight, Friday night SmackDown. And I mean, if there's a pay-per-view next weekend, I don't even know anymore. They come out of fucking everywhere. I can never tell. I'm sure we'll cover that too. But
watch along for Money in the Bank tomorrow?
I want to, but I am not going to be able to. I have to do post-show. I have to do things with my family, or my wife is going to kill me. So
I think I'm going to do a live watch along, though. I think
hell yeah.
Nothing else going on. I don't have a life, people.
Look at this.
I don't have a fucking life.
We're good for watch along tomorrow. Let's do it.
Breaking news. Look at that. It just developed out of thin air.
Capping. Don't believe that shit. Don't believe that bullshit at all.
Oh, man.
There's a 7-year-old boy watching right now who got really excited about
No, I'm going to do a watch party tomorrow. I'm going to do a watch along tomorrow. Like I say, that's going on.
You shouldn't be watching this show, actually. Go to bed.
Probably drunk watching wrestling.
That's the best way to watch it. Anyway, 3NT podcast every Sunday. Tyler is much better with the plugs than I am. I forgot to plug every single sponsor that we have throughout this whole show. It's like we're not sponsored at all.
Just in case.
No, man. Check out comicbookclick.com/Dershi Radio for all your results, your pro wrestling news, your pop culture news, major issues. Yo, check out major issues this week, next week. Check it out all the time. But specifically this week and next week, I'll be doing new X-Men. I'm gonna die of a heart attack because I keep doing these marathons. But I did Dynamite on Wednesday, and then I did the Dershi Radio news show, and then I did a 3-hour podcast about the first half of Grant Morrison's time on the X-Men for Marvel. So if you're into that shit, please check out Major Issues on Dershi Radio, Comic Book Click, audio form where podcasts are found, so you can listen to it at work. It don't matter. Just check it out. Monk.com, promo code DSR10. I thought aromatherapy was something you smell. It turns out it's something you smoke. So Monk.com, DSR10. I don't know what you can do with it, but we have a promo code down there. Use that.
DSR10, you say?
DSR10 gets you 10% off.
All 3 pairs of ears in this this stream just kind of perked up when you're like, "Oh, you can smoke it." What?
They said aromatherapy, and I was like, "Oh, That's like when I say it, it's herbal essence. I understand now. No, I know it anyway. Cold Case Project on YouTube. If you're into all that cold case mysteries, unsolved murders, real life shit. Cold Case Project on Mystery, run by Tony LaRocco. Hundreds and hundreds of hours, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Get up on that. My grandma used to love those shit, so I grew up on Cold Case. I'm pretty sure I've watched so many of those murder mysteries that I could get away with murder. Like, I'm fairly certain I could get away. I know exactly what not to do. I've seen everybody who ever got caught.
You scared me, bro. That's terrifying.
Don't talk to nobody about it. First of all, rule number one. No, that's fucked. No, but
rule number one is saying I can get away with murder on a podcast. You don't do that. That's rule
this is gonna
one.
be the clip that they use on the Investigation Discovery documentary. And then I wrote a book about it. No. Finally, NordVPN, because we all got things we do on the internet that we don't want people to know about.
Like murder.
I don't think you can get away with murder by using a VPN, but you can get away with watching some freaky stuff. And you can also pay about half on AEW pay-per-views if you ain't got the money for it. So check out NordVPN, 72% off the first month if you order 12 months. Because why would you need to protect yourself only for 30 days? You should always protect yourself. NordVPN. Go to dirtsheetradio.com, comic book click, scroll comicbookclick.com/dirtsheetradio. Scroll all the way to the bottom. That's where the banner is. And so now that I stuffed every single fucking sponsorship in the end of the show where nobody can see it, fellas.
You made it happen.
Everybody's already clicked off like 5 minutes ago.
They all left.
I need that NordVPN. I'm the pirate.
I swear, can't keep raw dogging the internet like this.
It's gonna catch you. Yo, I used to get copyright notices in the mail. I didn't give a fuck. I get like dozens of them shit. They're like, we're gonna get the fuck out of my face. They never do anything. They never do anything, but it looks scary if you don't know any better. I don't know how it is these days.
Maybe you should get letters like suddenly, like, bro, we saw you download that copy of Wild Wild West.
Mind your business. I don't want anybody to know I was watching Wild Wild West.
20 years after it was never popular to begin with.
Hey, it wasn't that popular, unfortunately. They didn't make that much money, but hey, listen, that's Dirt Sheet Radio. Check us out, like I said, tomorrow. Fellas, did you have anything you wanted to say to these fine people before we get on out of here?
Do me a favor, follow me on all social media platforms at The Danny Ocean Show. Follow us also, you see the logo behind me, 3NT Wrestling Podcast. We're live every Sunday here on Dirt Sheet Radio. We are pulling up this Sunday with a pre-show for NXT Heatwave and a recap of Money in the Bank, of course. The recap of the recap from Dirt Sheet Radio too. So,
Two shows on Sunday? Shit.
I'm a good Sunday, man. I'm saying I don't have a life, so I'm here. I'm locked in this weekend.
It's gonna be great.
Malik, if it makes you feel any better, I'm double hatting on Sunday as well. Tyler and I, our NXT Level Up adventure, we're looking to still get that up and running. Hopefully this Sunday we're looking to get it up and going. So tonight, SmackDown, I'm looking to be on tomorrow for Money in the Bank Rewind, Sunday for the NXT Rewind, Monday for Raw, Tuesday for SmackDown. I'm hopefully coming out to Dirt Sheet Radio for the next 5 nights. Looking to talk a lot of wrestling. Looking forward to it.
CJ Week. We'll brand it. Really?
No, you want people to actually tune in. So maybe don't brand it CJ Week.
That YouTube guy, there's a guy on YouTube that freaking loves you. He won't even tune in if you're
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. The guy that keeps commenting, I look like Screech.
Yeah, he calls you bald-headed Screech. He says, bald-headed Screech is not here. I'm not watching.
I would never unsee that, bro.
He wasn't commenting. I was looking in the comments today and no YouTube comments from him.
I'm like, you're here every week. How come you don't know what shows he's on? Anyway,
yeah, exactly. It's WWE related. Chances are I'm going to be here.
Oh,
is it true?
Man.
but
oh gosh.
Shit. So that was that everybody? Did we get everybody?
Oh,
Malik.
Malik.
Oh,
Tell
you
these
can
folks
find
where
me-
to find you at, my boy.
You can find me on Dirt Sheet Radio Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. That's it. I'm monk mode. I got so much I need to accomplish, bro. I'm going monk mode for 60 days. I'm going to try this out, see what I can do, see how much I can elevate. So you can
Lock
just find
in.
me there, man, having fun with my boys, man. That's about it.
Lock
Yes,
in.
sir.
Lock in.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you tomorrow night after Money in the Bank.